Willie D Live.
Now, you guys have one child.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about having any more?
We didn't want any.
You didn't
He
want
and
any?
I didn't want children. Neither one of us wanted to be married. We just wanted to be together until we didn't want to.
Okay.
And then his mother
So
cried
I want
about
I
it.
want a grand. I want a
He's an
grandbaby.
only child. So my mom and his mom hang out, they vibe, they get together. My mom is all, let me show you my 14 grandchildren. Da, 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 da. And she was like, you guys aren't having any kids? I want to be a grandmother. Why don't I get to be a grandmother? I deserve to. And I was telling him, like, leave me alone now. We already said no kids. Like, I had a career. I had things I wanted to do. And and he was just like, can you just give her one? Just one. And I said, well, if we have a kid, then we got to get married, don't we? Because no, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it's supposed to go. Like, and he was just like, well, then shit. All right, let's go. And so he wanted the baby. This is a crazy story. We were planning to do it like maybe 2 years later. But I went to the doctor. I got a doctor's appointment to talk about, my age. At the time, I was 34. And the doctor, I had been on birth control like 12 years. So the doctor was like, you're kind of old to be trying to have your first child, and then you've been on birth control all this time. She was like, it might take you a full year just to even produce a fertile egg to have a child. So she was like, you should get off the birth control now, give yourself a year, to produce natural eggs for a year, and then hopefully in a year you can get pregnant. And we was like, all right, cool, get off the birth control. I got pregnant the next month.
You thinking you got about at least 6, 7, 8, 9 months to get ready.
I begged Brent to have an abortion. I was like, let's have an abortion. Like, I had just, I'm in the final stages of a sports reporting job for CBS, on camera, all this stuff. And he was just like, no, it's a sign. Let's just keep it. And I was just like, no, I'm not ready. I wasn't ready. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I really was thinking about not having a baby. I was gonna probably talk him out of it in a couple years.
Yeah.
But he just begged me to keep it, and I kept it.
It's no secret that you are a well-opinionated person, right?
Extremely.
And you stand on it, and will bust back at anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how did you get a job at CBS? I mean, they're pretty much part of the team. They're part of that team.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So back in the day, I didn't get that job because I got pregnant, but I ended up working for CBS on the radio afterwards. Mm-hmm. Because on camera, they don't want pregnant women covering sports. That's just what it is. But I did radio for 6 years. But so what happened is, before I got with Brent and before he became wealthy, I couldn't talk like I do now. I couldn't. There was no way someone was going to keep me. I kept it PG. I kept it down because I had bills to pay. Yeah. I wanted to succeed. I wanted to do things. And I tell him always to this day that he gave me my First Amendment rights, because once I became rich, I'm going to say it exactly the way I want to fucking say it, because you can't cancel somebody that don't work for nobody. I never worked for anybody after that. So that's really when I really was able to spread my wings and be my true, authentic self, when I felt financially free to do so. Just being real.
So that is really I guess that is the remedy. If you want to be truly free, you have to own yourself.
Yes.
You can't, nobody can own you. You have to own yourself.
Yeah.